What is going on, everybody? We're here. We're live. It's a Monday with me and Jay, my buddy, Drunk 3PO, who pointed the wrong direction. What's up, Jay? How's it going?
Good, man. Had a nice weekend. Not much happening. Just relaxing.
You're telling me you weren't glued into the Oscars last night? You didn't get ready? You didn't have a watch party? You didn't do anything like that?
No, none of that stuff. I even forgot that they were even on. You kind of check social media to see if anybody said anything, ridiculous. And apparently they kept quiet. It seems to me that the biggest issue with the Oscars was Happy Gilmore dressed in a hoodie and shorts.
Yeah, Conan O'Brien and Adam Sandler did a little skit about him coming in his typical fucking huge hoodie and shorts attire,
exactly.
which obviously was a setup. But yeah, look, I can't say I watched it because I had other stuff going on, and quite frankly, there wasn't a ton I was interested in seeing happen. I was supposed to, if I was available and had time, go over to Film Threats watch party that they did. I unfortunately didn't have time for that, but shout out to Film Threat. They had like 4,000 people watch and maybe more.
Oh, good for them.
Kind of reacting to some of the winners and things that were said and stuff like that. Overall, from everything I've seen, it seems like Conan O'Brien, for virtually the entire time, unlike Jimmy Kimmel, kept it pretty apolitical. He had one little comment kind of in reference to Honora's plot line about standing up to a powerful Russian that got some laughs. That was about the only Trump reference in there. Vastly different from some previous hosts, including dumbass bitch Jimmy Kimmel.
Yeah.
He also made fun of that dude a little bit, Carla Sofia Gascon, that disgusting beast that was nominated for Best Actress, even though he's a man. Which maybe we'll play a little bit of that later.
Did she win?
No, she did not.
Or he? Did he win? Did he?
He did not win. He did not win. Although he was there, he showed up, and everyone pretended like he didn't exist.
I was shocked that I haven't seen video of all of them standing and waving, Ukraine flags or something like that. Like, I'm a little shocked at that, but
there was one or two, Slava Ukraine, stand with Ukraine references and stuff like that, but not too much. Look, considering all of the stuff with Trump and Ukraine that's been in the news the past couple days, there was shockingly little of it. At least from the host, right? When people get up there to give their fucking speeches, that is what it is. When it comes to the actual show itself, Conan O'Brien, they really stayed away from that for the most part. I think it's probably the good idea.
I said like the guy that won Best Actor, did they play? I saw a
Adrien Brody
clip, of him, of that. They played the music on him twice to get him off the stage.
He basically was like, yeah, fuck off. I've done this before.
Yeah. So he told him to stop the music so he could just share another story of, can't we all get along?
The Amelia Perez people went up there for the best song or some shit, and they started trying to sing. They started trying to sing fucking Amelia Perez something, and then immediately started getting played off by the orchestra. But yes, we will talk about some of the notable things that happened, including people just now discovering. It's been revealed, Jay. It's been revealed by some of the biggest X accounts that there's diversity and inclusion standards for the Oscars.
Yes.
Welcome to the fucking party. That Mario Newfall guy. I think he's such a fucking goddamn retard. I hate that bitch. Revealed. But anyway, we'll talk about
who would have thought that they didn't have a checklist you had to go through to at least be considered for an Oscar? So all I saw too this morning was that best movie was a porn film. Apparently, the best movie I never saw. The only movie that I think I know and I haven't seen is Wicked. Was the only one that I recognized from that list. So
I saw. So I saw Wicked. I saw Dune Part 2. I saw Conclave. I did not see Honora. Honora is a story apparently about a stripper prostitute who sleeps with some rich Russian son of a Russian oligarch or some shit, and they end up going on a whirlwind marriage and all of these things. But yeah, there's a lot of sex scenes in it because she's a fucking hooker. Well, high class, high end hooker, apparently. I don't know. But yeah, Mikey Madison won Best Actress for that. It won Best Picture. Yeah.
And she says she wants to stand with the sex workers in her speech.
Oh, don't worry, Jay. We got it.
Stand with the sex workers. Sounds good. Sounds good to me. Well, I was shocked that the transgender film didn't win Best Film. But
look, after all those tweets from Carla Sofia Gascones, like the old shit she put out, I don't think there was any chance in hell that he was going to win. But yeah, I believe that they probably would have pushed. If that hadn't happened, the voters may have pushed more stuff their way. I do think that's possible. But let's read a couple super chats and then we'll get into that. We'll get into the Oscars and we'll get into people just now discovering that to get nominated for Best Picture, you have to meet some qualifications. And even the stuff that they show isn't the entire list because these people are fucking retarded. But anyway, Fired Up Gaming becomes a new member. What's up, Fired Up Gaming? It's Jay Stark. Iron 3PO.
Just blue blocker glasses, man. They help with headaches, I think.
Oh.
Nothing's bad.
Tobias, I want to stream Monster Hunter Wilds, but I caught my mom's cold and my throat is on fire. Any recommendations for sore throat remedies so I can stream?
Did you really ask us that question?
Yeah, it's weird asking, thousands of people in a chat what you should shove down your throat, Tobias. But if you're sick and have a sore throat, that is about the only time in history that I drink tea, because I think tea is fucking gay and pointless and dumb. But when you are like truly sick with a sore throat, tea, honey, lemon, that's about the only thing.
How about some bourbon?
I put some bourbon in mine on occasion.
Just burn it all the way out, man.
Yeah. Just a little bit. Not to like get drunk or anything. Just a little bit. Empty-headed for 199. I agree with Josh.
The freak is Josh?
Who the fuck is Josh? Vladik Gorbanov. Ryan, have you watched Dexter? By the way, 1923 rocks.
Man, Dexter was great. Season 3 might have been the best season for Dexter. Thought it was fantastic.
I have watched all of the original series of Dexter. I haven't watched that prequel or sequel or whatever the fuck else is out there. I haven't watched any of that stuff. But I have watched the original series. I think the last season feels off. I think the last season feels
they were just trying to put everything together. Yeah. It wasn't that great. And the season after that was very weird. His son shows up to find him. It just was weird.
Yeah.
Season 3, man. Season 3. I thought that was the best.
XR Coon, RK3PO Daily, better than Slowbeal Alabama Daily. Slowbeal Alabama. It's pretty good. D's Webos for 199. The chick that plays Enora can get the D. She got a lot of D in the movie. I agree with Slowdo. Best tag team, NW3PO and Brian. Thank you.
Thank you.
Jeremy's Trump body pillow. What is the meaning of this? You show up dressed the way you are and refuse to get on your knees? You've been naughty. Thank you, Jeremy's Trump body
pillow. I have no idea where that was going.
Rob Cortez, that's the last time I drink Jack and Coke and eat hot Cheetos and pizza over the weekend.
Woo!
Were you having the shits or something there?
Sounds like a good time.
I mean, I would substitute the hot Cheetos with probably just Doritos. That's probably what I would do. But other than that, it sounds fucking amazing, to be honest.
Doritos, man. Yeah, maybe. I'm more of a
like
cheese.
Doritos?
I love Doritos, but Cheetos is pretty good, man.
I've always been more of a Doritos
You've never
guy
been a
than Cheetos
Takis
guy.
kind of guy, right?
Takis? No.
Yeah, I can't stand them. I'm not a Takis person either.
What about Bugles? Remember Bugles
Oh,
from back
yeah.
in the
Bugles
day?
were good.
I
To
think
be honest, I'm more of
Bugles are
a
known as Cynthia Revo cosplay tools, I think. You put them on the end of your finger.
Takis are always around with the weed smokers. So if you know, you know. But I've always been just a simple Funyuns or pretzel man. That's it. Those two. Give me some Funyuns, or if not, a big bag of pretzels. I'm good to go.
Derek PG Beller over on Rumble for $1. Can I get a shout out from my daughter Eliza? Today's her birthday and she turns 8. Well, happy birthday, Eliza. 8 years old. That's awesome. Please do not let her watch this channel or this stream. But
Yes.
happy birthday to her.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday. Ram Ranch. I have hemorrhoids. Any suggestions for a cure? No idea. But thank you.
Go to WebMD.
Ministry of Wrong Thing. Jay, once again, your butt. Hashtag turn the other cheek.
My butt.
Turn the other cheek. The Raven and Writing Desk member for 14 months. Thank you. John Gets Gaming for 2. Unlike Tobias, my throat is fine. Tune in. Good promo. Jeremy the Cyborg. Hail the 199 IDOTs.
What's up, Jeremy the Cyborg? Good seeing you in the chat earlier today, man.
Tobias Nexus for 10. I know honey and tea, but don't know if we have any whiskey on hand. I'll have to look. Thanks, chat. Also, is anyone surprised that 50 Shades ripoff was nominated? So glad I'm not an usher anymore.
That was a lot to take in, that sentence.
50
Shades ripoff. So glad I'm not an usher.
Yeah, I've
Did
not
you used to work at a theater or something? Like what?
He used to be an usher at a theater.
Oh, I did not know that. So
these are his confessions.
Got it.
You got to let it burn.
Let it burn. Yeah.
I don't want to get caught up in this. Sorry. Alex McCarthy. RK3PO is the best daily show. That
really
sounds like Alex McCarthy. You got it bad. But I don't know. I'm trying to work a love in this club, but I don't think that's going to happen. Jay, I'm getting a phone call. Take over.
Oh, no problem. Where did we leave off? We left off at Alex, and I think that was the that was the last super chat. So I guess we're all caught up now. How's everybody doing? People are saying LSD over weed. My goodness. Yeah. So anyway, going back to the doomed Oscars, it just seemed it wasn't very exciting, and I'm curious to see like what the ratings are, because every single year they've been in the dumpster more and more. It probably would have been more exciting if they had said we're with Ukraine, not America, or something like that, because at least we know where all these weirdos stand anyway. There was also some other stuff that happened to like streamers and stuff as well. This is just a crazy day yesterday. And these pictures, I don't know why he left me in charge just like on that on a whim. But some of the pictures of like some of the dresses these people are wearing, I don't know if he wants to show them or not, are pretty crazy. But let's be honest, the Oscars haven't been relevant since Will Smith slapped Chris Rock across the face. That seems to be the last time. Do you want to show them some of those pictures? I mean, I honestly didn't have them pulled up, but I can definitely look. What did you guys think of this is a great one of Rachel Zegler. That's going around. All right, here we go. What do you guys think? They seem to love this this gif of Rachel Zegler just like swirling her tongue at someone. I have
He's
no
actually
idea.
looking at a picture of me. That's the rumor. Thank you for taking over, Jay. I had a
That's okay.
I fucked up my car yesterday.
Oh
My
no.
fault. Well, not really my fault. The fucking dog shit construction workers, whoever builds the road, whatever fucking lazy pile of shit didn't fill a pothole. That's who to really blame. But I hit a pothole hard, really fucking hard, to the point where I thought I cracked my rim. So I did it. I came back, did the Sports Wars stream yesterday morning. Immediately went from there to the tire place. They fucking inspected it. Wasn't cracked, but it was bent to shit. So I needed a new tire, new wheel, all that stuff. So they were just calling me to tell me when I could come in and all that stuff. So yeah.
Just seeing how many woods would be in the chat after showing this. So couple.
Oh, 100% would.
Couple. Yep.
Not even a question. I'm not sticking my dick in her personality. You know? Just saying.
Well, the press tour for the Snow White has started. It started last night at the Oscars. They both came marching out to do some. They came out to Snow White music.
Yeah, they did Someday My Prince Will Come.
That's right.
And they're like, hey, look, we promise we're best friends. There's no problems between us. We love each other so much. And we can't wait to put this movie out there. Even though Rachel Zegler has consistently been posting edited posters of Snow White without Gal Gadot in it on her Instagram. Look, guys, we're so happy to be doing this together.
They don't even look at each other one time. You know how like when people present stuff, they kind of interact with each other. You know, sometimes they do a joke or something like that. It was just like all business. It just showed up.
It was 100% all business. And look, of course, they want them to appear together. They want them to be connected because they're desperately hoping that they can turn around this PR nightmare. This is why they're putting out, all these different, guys, we swear we're all friends and we swear we're honoring Snow White's legacy, blah, blah, blah. Well, unfortunately for them, none of that seems to have worked because we got news over the weekend that Rachel Zegler's Snow White tracking, the box office tracking has gotten worse for a $53 million box office opening. Disney's live-action update stars Zegler as the iconic princess, while Gal Gadot plays the evil queen. Oh, and just for the record, this is actually for you, Jay, because I know that we've had arguments about how to pronounce Gal Gadot's name.
Gal Gadot?
I want you to listen. They introduced her right here. Okay?
Welcome, Rachel Zegler and Gal Gadot.
Gal Gadot. Okay.
Gal Gadot. So that is officially what it is.
Okay.
I want to put it out there for the record.
Yeah, I mispronounce it all the time.
I listen to beautiful women when they speak. So when Gal Gadot says her name, I listen.
Respect.
But yes, and it's down. This is significantly down from where it was before. Disney Snow White box office projections plunge even lower as House of Mouse braces for looming Rachel Zegler financial disaster. It's estimates ranging from 48 million to 58 million. This is a significant drop from earlier forecasts, which had projected a 63 to 70 million dollar debut. And I think the best thing to probably compare this with is going to be Black Little Mermaid from Disney 2 years ago. Another movie where they preached about diversity for their princesses, all of these things. Another movie that had a significant amount of backlash. But I don't think the backlash has been this loud or this sustained for Little Mermaid as it has been for Snow White, if I'm just being real. This movie went on to make $570 million worldwide, lost money for Disney because even though they told us it was a $200 to $250 million budget, turns out it was actually $300 million. Its opening weekend was $95 million. So Snow White's continuing to get down there in that realm of it might open. We were thinking it was going to open to 2/3 of that. It might open to half of that.
That's insane.
If things keep going this way. And by the way, Snow White's budget is going to be well over $300 million as well. Through the end of 2023, they had spent $270 million on this movie, not including reshoots, not including post-production, $270 million. So it's easily going to be in that Little Mermaid range plus. So this thing's a nightmare for them.
So do you think sites like Culture Cave and others are going to come out and be like, Snow White's projected to do 50 million, only had a budget of 120, like some weird number out there?
Oh, they already have the line with 200 million. I think
200 million. Okay, there we go.
Now I think they're saying 200 million plus. Right, that's what they're saying. The 200 million plus tent pole. That could mean anything. I guess that could be accurate, right? Because if it costs $350 million, technically it is 200 million plus.
That's true.
That'll
be the new term. Like that's probably what we'll see a lot moving forward. 100 million plus moving forward for all that. That's crazy.
Now,
I see a lot of that's going to happen. We'll probably see a lot more damage control moving into the release, which is only like 13 days away. I think it's March 16th it opens. Is that correct? Or is it 14th? Something like that.
March 21st, March 20th.
Oh, 20th. Okay. So it's on its way. Yeah, definitely going to see. We did see that video. I think I sent it to you about they're in Japan trying to push it for Girls' Day. So they're already, but they weren't seen together, which is interesting. They were seen separate. So if you haven't seen it, there's a video out there saying, hey, for all you Girls' Day, come watch a girl movie, Snow White.
I mean, they're going to be desperate. That's the audience they're after, obviously. That's the audience it's made for. And probably not a whole lot of dudes or little boys are interested in going to a Snow White movie. So they're after their target audience. But, man, it doesn't really matter how much spin they're doing now. Everyone remembers what Rachel Zegler said about this movie. And as it continues to get closer, it looks more and more likely that it's going to be exactly the disaster that we all thought it would be. The only good thing, I suppose, about this Hollywood Reporter article is the ad that popped up. Shout out to MetaPCs. Use code 199 for a discount. Get a brand new MetaPC today. Shout out to them. But that's always nice when Hollywood Reporter gives you a fucking lead into an ad.
Right. I'm just waiting for I think the press tour is going to be interesting. I wonder if they're going to be together for the press tour or they'll do it separately. Because the past few Disney press tour, like the press tour for The Acolyte was insanely crazy. Then the press tour for Captain America wasn't terrible, but it had its moments. And the more and more they do these things, I mean, the press tour for Wicked was wild, man. So I can only imagine what this is going to be. Maybe they're all just being prepped, months, weeks ahead of time, exactly what to say. So I'd be curious to see if they will put those two together, talking to the press together. I'm going to go on record and say no. I'm going to say that they will not be together because someone from the media might say, how do you feel about Rachel Zegler posting Free Palestine when you have been open about your dedication to Israel? I'm telling you, either that or it's going to be a very, very small selection of people doing the interviews with preloaded questions. I would
be a little surprised if we didn't see at least some of them together for it. However, Gal Gadot is a professional, right?
Of course.
Regardless of however she feels about Rachel Zegler's posts, like however she feels about that stuff, she's going to be a pro the entire time. You know what I mean?
I agree. I think if she gets questions like that, she'll know how to handle it and keep it moving,
Yeah. So if there's any problems, it's going to be coming from the Rachel Zegler side of things. It's
all been coming from the Rachel side.
About. Right. Gal Gadot will be a pro.
It's all been coming from that side. I expect more of the same.
Yeah, but we did want to give, I know Jeremy talked about it a little bit the other day, but we have a big new partnership with MetaPCs who, look, we've been working with MetaPCs for forever, for a very long time. I've been working with them forever. Jay, you've been working with them for a long time.
Yeah.
And we've got a new partnership with Metapcs that we're really excited about. So I know a lot of you guys have them already, but if you're one of those people that hasn't, or you're looking to upgrade, anything like that, go check out Metapcs. Use the code 199. As much as it pains me to utter those words, 199. Use the code 199 to get a discount today. Big shout out to them. My boy Zach over there.
Oh yeah.
I've gone to where they have their big setup. They're in Arizona. They're based out of Arizona. I've seen where they're making all the PCs. I've hung out with Zach in his office and met a lot of the guys there as well. So good company.
That's kind of cool.
Make great PCs. Yeah. It's very cool, Jay. Not just kind of.
I'd like to see
cool.
it.
Well,
I like visiting places like that,
Well, I happen to be in Arizona anyway, so
he just made it work.
Yeah. I think I was there to go on Drew Hernandez's show.
Oh, okay.
Maybe like 2 years ago, when I went on Drew Hernandez's show, and I knew I was going to be in the area anyway, so me and Zach hooked up. So it was great. All right, where did we leave off? Did you read this one?
No, I didn't read any. I was
Money
waiting for you
for $5. Hail Ryan, Jay, and chat. Ryan, limited edition Harry Potter butterbeer baked grams by Goldfish. They're amazing. Jay, your morning show's been great.
Oh, thank you.
That does sound really good. I've been trying to eat a little bit better lately, but I might have to splurge for some Harry Potter butterbeer baked grams.
It does sound good.
That does sound good. Dermy Wormy. Hotel and flight are both booked. Can't wait to see you in Vegas. I've not booked either yet, but I should be there. No promises for Jay. I don't know about him.
It doesn't look good for me to be in Vegas. Sorry to say.
He's got kicked out of too many casinos.
Yeah.
John Getz Gaming. You changed your name from Getz to actually Getz. She even walks annoyingly. That mirror lied.
Rachel.
I'll be the one. I hope Gal Gadot can distance herself. I think she'll be all right. Ryan, I believe hot women. That's not necessarily true. That's a different question. Chris Coran, I'm not sticking my penis in her personality. Not sticking my dick. What did I say? I'm not sticking my dick in her personality.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm not sticking my dick in her personality. That's the shirt for next meetup for sure. I can't be the first person who's ever said that.
No, you won't be the last either.
Jake Skywalker for 199. R.I.P. No Wipe J. Dude was a legend.
Legend. Made a lot of people some money, except me.
Delta Entertainment. Linko Kenobi for 50. Good morning, guys. I don't care much for the Oscars anymore. Hollywood's changed so much. Not interested. Let's know I burned to the ground. Hey, Mr. Stark. Did you get my message for our meetup in Orlando? Anyway, hail the 199. Love you guys.
Mr. Stark.
I think
I did get it. Yeah, I did get it. Should be good to go, man. As long as I'm in town, should be good to go. I'll send you a response. Definitely. The Epic Universe has already been opened up to certain people, and it's pretty insane that I don't know how these people were able to get in, but even the Disney adults are saying what they've created over there is nothing is even close to what you're possibly going to experience, especially in the dark universe. They just said that ride is the words that they're using. We'll talk about it on our Park Hoppin' live stream today at 3. Not so much here, but it is a lot of people are coming to town this year because they just want to go to that park. So just to see that, so it's crazy, to see people that praise Disney no matter what they do, to actually say, I can't believe I'm saying this, but this place destroys the Magic Kingdom, destroys anything Disney has made. and it is a constant. It's not like we can't even find one person that said, "Yeah, it's cool. It's cool." It is a constant set talking point from people that have never liked Universal over Disney. So
And they got a lot of money put into that thing.
it's going to be interesting to see. Well, on top, and maybe I'll bring this up tomorrow, but like on top of it is Disney is looking like they're going to start a brand new price. I don't know how you call it. I don't know what the exact term for it is, but yeah, have you ever heard when like you're searching for an airline ticket and people tell you to look, it's better to go in incognito instead of like looking and then not buying right then and there, because if you go back and look for the same day, it's probably more expensive because prices depending on like Google searches and demand, the price will get more expensive. So it could literally go up in like $200 like within the hour because a lot of people started searching for that plane ticket. Well, Disney's looking for that type of adding prices to their theme parks, which is insane, which means it could fluctuate within the hour depending on how they feel traffic is going. So
yeah, I've
surge
never
pricing, that's what it's called. That
yeah,
that is so stupid of them to do that. So that like I don't understand why they would even think that, but that's the news that's coming out. So if you're looking for a certain day to go, Wednesday, and you don't buy that day, but you come back a little bit later after you talk to your family, okay, I think that'll work. It could be $200 more than what it originally was looking for. It's like, why would they do that? But
I feel like so I feel like they already do surge pricing, and I feel like that's pretty common. I don't know if it has anything to do with looking it up now versus then, but it is about demand, right?
no, they do it. They do it, but you could check the calendar months ahead of time. So if you
Right.
go over the
You're
summer,
saying
it's going to be
that's
more.
what's changing instead of like, because they know when they're, 4th of July weekend during spring break, right? What all these big high in demand times would be for them. You're saying
Correct.
that now they're not just going to pre-price it high. It's going to be based on some sort of search algorithm. Is that what you're saying?
Correct. That's what they're already doing this in Disney Paris. So now like they're looking forward to doing it in the States. And they say that it's just simply because it will keep the parks not so crowded. But that doesn't make sense, like how that would work. So yeah, it says this just in. Disney's on here. I might as well share it. If I didn't mean to like take take over or anything. Disney's reported on the verge of implementing surge pricing. Under the plan, park price will fluctuate in real time based on demand. So yeah, so it could change within the hour. So if you're like looking for your family to go and it's like, oh, it's $100 this day. What do you guys think? Let me go talk to the family. And you come back an hour later, it could go way up because for whatever reason, because more people are looking at that day, or it's because of, how Google sees everything that you're still searching for that single day. So the price is going to go up. It's kind of like an AI thing that they've been talking about. And so people are like, if you're gonna search stuff, you got to go into incognito mode because the airlines already do that. But now Disney wants to do that to their theme park. So it's I think it's insanity, like why they would want it. But I guess if it works for them, if it betters them, that's yeah. And they have been talking about it for some time, and it wasn't like they we're going to implement it, but they were just talking about possibly doing that in the future. But it looks like they're going to do it soon because they need to make that money if everyone's not going to go to their parks to go to Epic Universe instead. So
yeah, because like I guess forever they've had holidays, weekends, stuff like that. It's always going to be more expensive, and like you get the best deal on a random fucking Tuesday or Wednesday in the middle of like not peak season, right?
Right, but that's the thing. You
But
can go on their calendar and it'll
and
show
look
you the
way in
price
advance,
months
right?
ahead of time. So
Yeah,
not
so now
in
they're
real
just doing a
time.
little more real-time updating.
Yeah.
Well, luckily for me, I'm not planning on buying a ticket to go to Disney anytime soon. Mike Hill for $20 over the weekend. Madam Web won worst movie of the year. Couldn't happen to a better movie. God, did that come out in 2024? Jesus.
Is that the Razzies?
Probably, yeah. Madam Web. It did. Valentine's Day a year ago.
Jeez.
That movie seems like it's been out so much longer than that, to be honest.
I never saw it.
But speaking of, we just talked about Vegas for a second. I just saw this. If you are planning to go to Vegas, head over to Gary's Twitter, Nerdrotic's Twitter account. Hello Fellowship releasing the RSVP for the Friday Night Tights 5th annual Las Vegas meetup, Thursday, April 17th at 7 p.m. local time. We have a limit, he means limited capacity. So if you're planning on going, please RSVP in the link below. So there's the link right here. Maybe we can have a couple mods, I'm sure, grab that and share it in chat as well. But that just got released about 10 minutes ago. So there it is. I will be there. Not well, 99%. You know, if somebody fucking dies or I die or something, don't hold me to that. But 99%, I'll be there.
It's a lot of fun. People, if they haven't gone, they should definitely go.
Keenan says, I hope Krista's planning to go to Vegas. What the fuck? You don't care about me, Keenan? You don't care about seeing me? I'll be there. Why do you need Krista there? Come on, Keenan. Did y'all see Shane's couple of beers sketch on SNL? I did. It was pretty good.
I did see it.
It was good. Alessandro for 5. You could say the KD ratio of this famous Austrian painter was 6 million, or it was 200 million plus. Thank you, Alessandro. Ministry of Wrong Things, surge pricing.
Thank you for that.
Art Vandelay. Hey, Ryan and Jay, the correct way to pronounce Gal Gadot's name is exactly the way it's written.
Gal Gadot?
Gadot.
I know.
Yeah. M2M for 5. Saw Nazad 2 in theaters 3 times. It's so awesome. I'm planning a 4th theater visit. It's definitely a must-see. Get owned, Modern Hollywood. Yeah, that is... The Chinese animated film has, I think it's crossed $2 billion officially. Virtually all of that is from China. But it's the highest grossing animated film of all time. It's fucking ridiculous. I don't know. It's not doing super well here, but got a fairly limited release. Let's see.
I wouldn't even know. I don't even know where I'd go see it.
Probably at a movie theater.
Well, obviously. I don't know if it's showing in my area. Maybe that was the correct thing to say.
I want to see if I can find. God, there's all the like usual fucking places I go are like Twitter accounts I go. It's like all fucking Oscars shit for the past 24 hours. So I'm like, let's see. I don't care. Here we go. Yeah, Nazad 2, $2 billion.
Man, good for them.
Good for China. China.
It's must be turning into an amazing cultural event.
Yeah, like I said,
for
it's
people to
like
go back over and over and over again to see. That's pretty good.
It's not like it's doing crazy here. Here we go. Finally, from Luis Fernando here. I finally got it. Found what I was looking for. Share screen.
Luis had a little meltdown on Twitter the other day.
Here we go. That's it. Nezad 2 becomes the first animation in history to hit $2 billion at the global box office. In China, in its 5th weekend in China, added another $20 million. $2 billion global cum, being $1.96 billion from China alone in 33 days. So this hasn't updated yet for the international box office, but it's made less than $20 million here. Almost all of its money is made in fucking China.
That's crazy.
Still needs to update for this latest weekend, but my gosh, I can't say I've seen it, but there it is.
Haven't seen it either.
Raiden Roach, morning Ryan and Intellectual J. Do either of you plan on going to the Nashville Comic-Con first week of June?
I don't know. I have no plans. People have been asking. I don't think Gina is doing any Comic-Cons this year. Yeah, I don't think. I think she's gonna focus on her court case. So
nice. Saleh Akigbe. How do y'all feel about the Cena heel turn?
I absolutely love it. It should have happened a lot sooner, but I'm glad it finally happened. So it'll be Cena and The Rock. Maybe they'll throw Logan Paul in there. And,
I can't say I'm
go out
really
in a blaze of glory as a heel.
I can't say I'm really watching or too invested in wrestling right now. However, it absolutely is something that should have happened, and I'm glad it's finally happening before he retires.
And if you didn't know, on Locals, we watch all the pay-per-views on the G&G Locals once a month. So if you want to join us and hear some horrible wrestling commentary, that's the place to be.
Over on Rumble, Butter Biscuit for $1 says, the watch party was great last night. Conan was actually funny, which was great. Glad we can actually get a show about the news here on Daily now with you two. Well, thank you, Butter Biscuit. You. Well, we might as well talk a little bit about some of the stuff that happened at the Oscars. We've obviously got into a couple, a few of these things already. But yes, the Oscars was last night. What?
It's just like nobody cares, man. Like I said, I think the last time that even had a little bit of relevancy was Will Smith. The slap heard around the world.
That was huge and completely unintentional. And remember, back when that happened, I was arguing with so many people who thought it was like staged. I'm like, you think these people that are putting out this muck, like this sewage into theaters, you think they could write something that was that compelling? No, absolutely not. And of course, it wasn't scripted. It wasn't staged. It happened in real life, in real time at the Oscars several years ago. But yes, for years, the Oscars has kind of lost its relevancy as so many people in the modern day entertainment industry, in modern day Hollywood, are sitting around clapping, patting themselves on the back, clapping for themselves, celebrating themselves, while they become more and more out of touch with everyday people. And the big winner of the night was Anora. And I know you might not have seen it, Jay. It was a small, like $6 million budget movie about a sex worker. And so why not take all these opportunities to honor sex workers on the biggest stage for Hollywood? Small budget prostitution romp Anora triumphs at the Oscars. Star honors sex worker community from the stage. And yes, Mikey Madison absolutely did. Let's listen to her.
I also just want to again recognize and honor the sex worker community. I will continue to support and be an ally. All of the incredible people, the women that I've had the privilege of meeting from that community has been one of the highlights of this entire incredible experience.
That
Yay,
community,
sex workers.
That community has been one of the highlights.
Sex workers were celebrated. We also had to celebrate some diversity, Jay, because Wicked's Paul Tazewell makes Oscars history as the first black man to win Best Costume Design. I do think it was probably deserved for a movie like Wicked on all the different costumes and sets and all of the stuff that went into it. But hey, he had to make some time to celebrate himself being a black man and winning this award. He's the second black person to win that category overall. But in his speech, he acknowledged his historic moment. I'm the first black man to receive the Costume Design Award. Maybe it's because not a whole lot of black men go into costume design, just a guess. I'm so proud of this. But not the only person that was celebrating diversity. Zoe Saldana, which we recently found out we're supposed to say her name like that. I'm going to say Zoe Saldana anyway, becomes the first American of Dominican origin to win an Oscar. Think of how far we're going with this, Jay. She's not Dominican. She's the first American of Dominican origin, because I think her grandparents came to this country in the 60s or something. But she was very excited about this as well.
And I am the first American of Dominican origin to accept an Academy Award, and I know I will not be the last. I hope the fact that I'm getting an award for a role where I got to sing and speak in Spanish. My grandmother, if she were here, she would be so delighted. This is for my grandmother, Argentina CC. Thank you so much. Muchas gracias.
So fucking cringe. I'm just being honest. It's so fucking cringe. But thank God there was one diverse person, this beast, Carla Sofia Gascon, the man who was nominated for Best Actress for the transgender cringe awful musical that Zoe Saldana won an award for, Amelia Perez. This person did not win anything. And in fact, Conan O'Brien took some time to, have some jabs specifically aimed at him.
He uses the F word 479 times. That's 3 more than the record set by Carla Sofia Gascon's publicist. He tweeted what?
And this is a crowd that doesn't really know how to react because they are all about diversity and inclusion and acceptance and all these things, except that this transgender person, this man who is pretending to be a woman and was nominated for Best Actress somehow, had a history of saying things that they don't necessarily agree with on Twitter. So they tried to pretend like he wasn't there, except for the jokes that Conan made.
I'm having fun. Carla Sofia Gascon is here tonight. And yeah. And Carla, if you are going to tweet about the Oscars, remember,
that's him.
My name is Jimmy Kimmel.
Yes, that is Carla. Carlos, I don't know what his name used to be, but yes, from Amelia Perez. And Jay, I can't believe it, but do you know this has just been revealed? This is breaking news. No one ever knew this before, but Elon Musk tweeted about it now. Mario Newfall revealed Oscar rules require diversity quotas for Best Picture nominees. Well, thank you, Mario Newfall, one of those big X-influencers who's always on top of everything. It's not like we've been talking about this for the past 2 fucking years.
Exactly.
But yes, the Oscars instituted diversity and inclusion standards, not for all of the awards, specifically just for one, and that is for Best Picture. Now, that includes a laundry list of things from on-screen representation, themes and narratives, creative leadership and project team, industry access and opportunities, audience development. You have to meet 2 out of 4 of these standards to be applicable. So in theory, you could have something that didn't have any diversity on screen, but meant these wickets with people from the costume design department or your PR team or things like that. I really don't think it's probably all that difficult to hit it. But yes, now Elon's commenting on it. This is messed up. Should just be who is best, not best with an asterisk. Now, of course, I 100% agree with that. But this isn't breaking news. This hasn't just been revealed, right? This has been out here for years at this point. But shout out to Mario Newfall, always on top of the news there.
He's your favorite follow, isn't he?
Oh yeah. Jay, did you tune into the Oscars last night?
Sadly, I was doing something else, and I was not watching the Oscars. I was actually watching House of David on Amazon. So
I have watched all 3 episodes that have been released for House of David on Amazon Prime.
What do you think?
It's solid. I'm enjoying it so far. Interested to see where it goes. Only 3 episodes in.
Right.
I'm waiting for the big. I'm waiting for the big moment, dude.
I am too.
Got to see the sling. I got to see Goliath go down.
I was too. The only thing that I found funny, I don't know why I find this funny, is we talked about it earlier. Was this? If I need to pause in between, just let me know. But
please, I'm wrapping up. I will wrap up. Please turn the music off. I've done this before. Thank you.
he got cut.
That was Adrien Brody who won Best Actor. I think it's his second one. He won it for The Brutalist. And yeah, they were pretty heavy with a lot of the playing people off to get them off the fucking stage. Adrien Brody refused to let that happen. I think twice they tried to start playing him off, and he basically blew them off.
Yeah, so he gives a speech about everybody, like
unity and
everybody get along,
and the spread of anti-Semitism and all this
and a happier and a more inclusive world.
And then they start playing it again.
If the past can teach us anything, it's a reminder to not let hate go unchecked.
Don't let hate go unchecked. There's the music again.
Okay, I'll get out of here. I love you. I appreciate you all. Let's fight for what's right. Keep smiling. Keep loving one another.
Let's fight for what's right. I'm a Hollywood actor that makes movies.
And look, there was a couple Ukraine mentions thrown in there by different people, either making presentations or accepting awards. Overall, I will say this. I didn't sit down in there and watch it. Of all the clips I've seen, Conan's opening, all this stuff, it seemed much more apolitical than it has in some of the past years, especially from the host perspective. Conan O'Brien stayed out of that much more than Jimmy Kimmel did. Jimmy Kimmel made the entire thing about Trump. I think Conan had one little reference because Honora is about a prostitute who gets married to a Russian oligarch's son, I believe. And he mentioned, people must have been happy to see someone stand up to a powerful Russian. And everybody, claps and laughs and everything. That was the one thing that Conan threw in there. Other than that, he pretty much stayed away from things. But it'd be interesting to see what the ratings look like from some of the nominees, some of the winners, some of the cringe acceptance speeches, some of the disgusting Amelia Perez things that were out there. I don't know how many people were actually interested in the Oscars this year because fewer and fewer people care about seeing Hollywood congratulate themselves.
Well, that's the thing. Like over the years, it's just, people just tuned it off. Number one, because it became nothing but a big political spectacle, and these award shows, they just were people patting each other on the back with films that most people don't even watch. I don't even, like I said, I don't think I've seen a single movie that was up for top, for the top choice. But I've heard of Wicked. That's the only one, but everything else was just like no interest. And people just tuned away. So maybe now they're like, we got to get our ratings back. Or maybe they thought the country voted for this guy, Maybe we just don't mention his name and let's do that one, right? So who knows, man? Who knows? Well, wasn't Mark Hamill supposed to be there and do something?
He presented.
Oh, he
something.
did. I like not even a single clip of that I can't see that anywhere.
There is one out there because
I was thinking he'd make like a belt joke or something. So
no, he made a reference to the music. That's the only clip I saw. Mark Hamill.
Okay.
Hold on.
I got it.
Wait, you found it? Or
no. I was like, he should have that would have been a perfect opportunity to make fun of his belt, like his pants falling down. But
this is the one Mark Hamill clip I saw.
I suggested they play the theme from Jaws, but what do I know?
We're gonna need a bigger belt.
But what do I know?
Not much, Mark.
Yes.
Not much.
That's well. And he talks funny too, man. Like not like I guess he's very old now, but still.
He is old, yeah.
And then Harrison Ford was supposed to present, but like they made a big deal that he caught shingles. They're like Harrison Ford caught shingles, so he can't be at the event. Why would they want that out there that you caught? What the heck is a shingle? How do you catch that?
So isn't shingles related to chicken pox in some way?
Yeah, something like that, right?
I just know it's some like painful skin.
Yeah,
like a painful skin
Sounds
rash,
like a rash
or something. But I don't know. I just know it's somehow related to chicken pox. I don't know if maybe if you didn't have chicken pox, you can get it, or if you did have chicken pox, you can get it. I don't fucking know. I have no idea.
It's just weird. It's just it was just a weird headline to see. It's like Harrison Ford will not be at the Oscars. He's developed shingles. It's kind of like
it is an old person disease.
Just a simple. He's not going to make it because of an illness would be fine.
All right. How do you get shingles? Shingles is caused by the reactivation of the varicella zoster virus, the same virus that causes chickenpox.
So it's just random.
After a person has chickenpox, the virus remains dormant in nerve cells in the body. In some people, the virus may reactivate later in life, causing shingles.
Just freaking random.
Do old people get shingles? That's how I've always associated. Yes, shingles is more common in older people because the risk increases with age. Okay, there you go. So makes sense.
It's just so weird.
I remember Terry Bradshaw doing commercials for shingles.
Shingles, yeah.
Nick Hammerschmidt.
Hope he recovers. Shingles and gout. What a combination to have, right?
Isn't gout for fatties? What?
Maybe.
All right. This is Jay and Ryan MD.
Yeah.
Do fat people get gout?
I know we're both looking up.
Yes. Being overweight or obese increases the risk of developing gout.
Yep. Obesity increases the risk of gout. And losing weight can help you reduce that risk.
Makes sense. Hear that? Get on it. Nick Hammerschmidt. Hey, Ryan and Jay. Are you guys going to see Revenge of the Sith re-release in April? Hope you're doing well. I don't know. I don't know if I will or not. Obviously, Revenge of the Sith is my favorite Star Wars movie, but I don't know if I'm gonna. I don't know if I'm gonna go to the theater to see it. We'll see.
Same. I'm not planning on it.
I vividly remember seeing it. Back in 2005. Both that and Attack of the Clones. I have like vivid memories seeing those in theaters. Youper, what's up, Jack Wagons? $10. Well, thank you. Wagon a Jack. Tobias next for 5. China putting out great movies and games. What the hell is happening all over here? The commies are making better products than the US. I think that, like, obviously, I'm not a big fan of China or their politics or their treatment of different people in the country, all this shit, right? However, it does seem like they don't like a ton of bullshit in their movies and games, and it's a lot of it is based on entertainment. So I don't know. I haven't seen this $2 billion animated movie though, so I can't tell you what it's about. Golden Nuggets for 5. Hello, guys. Thought I'd say hello before my country turns into a giant mushroom cloud. Oh, well, hello there. You know what? With the food you guys call like gourmet and delicacies, you guys get what you deserve if you go into Ukraine. That's all I'm saying. Golden Nuggets. Daddy Logan for 199. Thoughts on Doomsday leaked concept art? I saw a little bit of it floating around. you know, with kind of God Emperor Doom and stuff like that. Some of the Hulk stuff.
Yeah.
We'll see what comes to fruition.
Yeah, that's the thing. It is just concept art, so you never know where that's going to land. And some people were saying like that website got taken down. It was up for like an hour. The images got leaked online. Then the website was immediately taken down. But you know, people they saved the concept art. And then people were just saying that's not a Doomsday movie. That's not the Secret Wars film. That's something else. I mean, but who knows? Who knows what it? Who knows?
I don't know. Sith Lord Darth Bong for 2. Hey Ryan, you remember what Jay did to Pooh Bear?
I did nothing.
I guess I have a one-word answer.
No, it wasn't me. Tripped over a post.
You did it to Buzz Lightyear too.
That was messed up.
Ministry of Wrongthink for 199. I'm a sex worker. I know my worth. 35% off OnlyFans. Taker for 5. Remember that Simpsons episode where Fidel Castro says, it's okay to have a street named after me in San Francisco? It's full of what? I don't remember that Simpsons episode. But thank you, Taker. Pat for $1 on Rumble. There was a Bugles cameo with Johnny Cash in the new Bob Dylan movie. He didn't finish the bag. It was 1965, but the Bugles are still probably edible because of the brominated vegetable oil. Hey, as long as it's still good, man. As long as it's still good.
Whatever makes you happy.
And then Pat for another $1. Terry Bradshaw was backup quarterback at Louisiana Tech when he was in college. First string quarterback was Phil Robertson from Duck Dynasty. I do remember some story about that. Conan called the trans dude he in his joke. I didn't hear that.
I didn't hear that either.
But B Chain for 2 and copyright claim by John Williams. Probably. Cool Kids play Legend of Dragoon during the Oscars. Well, thank you, John Getz Gaming. Project Taco for 10. This reminds me when we were kids. Overtime, someone would pull up the driveway. Poppy would have us taking turns running up the yard barking because we were too poor to afford a dog. Thank you, Project Taco. Art Vandalay for 690 shekels.
Vandalay Industries.
That's why Art Vandalay knew how to pronounce Gal Gadot's name. TJ, I had shingles in my 20s caused by stress. It's basically herpes, LOL. Ooh. Thanks for the info. Shingles is a latent virus usually resulting from chickenpox virus early in life. Extremely painful, leaves rashes and occasional scarring, usually later in life. There's vaccines to prevent it. I'll take my chances. I'm glad that all of my guesses about shingles were basically right, that it was some painful rash, that mostly old people got it, and it was some way associated with chickenpox. Who needs fucking WebMD? Boba Fett, an illegal immigrant, gave me shingles one time. Ooh. That's a good thing because you probably got him cheaper. John Geddes Gaming, Gout Dot, starring in Shingles List. Bruce Wayne for Jay's Lurkers.
Hey, shout out to all my amazing lurkers. Man, we had 4,500 people plus watching. It's pretty awesome. Thank you for being here.
Nice. Andrew Fay for $20. Developed a hypothesis and would appreciate your insights to either reinforce or refute it. Could the phenomenon of woke culture be an unintended consequence of guerrilla marketing strategies, specifically outrage marketing? Go ahead.
I was going to say no. I think it came from a deep inside political control tactic where they use media, such as entertainment and news, to brainwash certain individuals so they will constantly be under the control and systematically figure out what is the quickest way to control a society with any type of propaganda or pushing. So if you read the Rules for Radicals from Zelensky that came out in 1972, it all kind of mimics some of those rules into how they push these type of things in the different types of marketing to see which one works best. You have the certain people that are in control of it, then they run the money, then they run the scam through Hollywood, through news markets, and even small things as such as education in the younger education areas. So
I think that's part of it. And I think that's where a lot of it starts. And then I think there's a lot of people who think that because this stuff has been put out there, that they need to get on board and like ahead of the curve and whatever and be part of whatever this thing is. And so they start doing it. You see all these video game companies that get on with Black Lives Matter messaging and fucking hashtag trans rights, all this bullshit. And it becomes this big spiral. But I do agree with you. That's where a lot of it starts.
Did I say Zelensky? I might have, because he's
you
been
did
on
say
my brain.
Zelensky. You meant Saul Alinsky.
Saul Alinsky, yeah.
That was so elegant, Jay, that I wasn't gonna interrupt.
To that one part. It's pretty sad because it's the destructive of societies. And if you look at other histories, they kind of do the same thing. And that's what happened to a lot of the falls of different countries or governments or stuff around the world. So,
see, this is what happens when Jay wipes his ass and puts on glasses. You guys are getting smart Hulk right here. Art Vandelay for 1790 shekels. I had Shingles at 25. A little painful. You can present an award at the Oscars. I thought I had the Jades. The chat, roofers notoriously get shingles all the time. Thank you. Jay, I suggested to Jeremy someone should swap your no with Vader's no at the end of Revenge of the Sith. It seems you killed her.
The worst Star Wars no ever is the one that they inserted into Return of the Jedi. I wish they had not touched that scene. That is horrible. I know we're getting a little late, so I'm not going to go into it, but I thought that was awful.
Golden Nuggets. I had shingles under my brow. Felt like a sting, a burn, an electric shock. Looked like a cigarette burn. Hurt bad.
Holy crap. How many people in the chat have gotten shingles?
Well, around 1 million people in the United States get shingles every year.
Oh.
So, I mean, that means about 1 in every 350 people. So, we got a lot of people watching. So a handful of them probably had it. And we got people from all around the world. Let me make sure we're caught up over on the Rumble side. We are caught up there. Over on Locals, we're caught up. And over here on YouTube, we're all caught up. Jay, what do you got going on, man?
At 3 o'clock, 3 p.m. Eastern, we will be having our normal Monday Park Hoppin' live stream over on the Park Hoppin' channel to go over some of the new stuff that has come out about Epic Universe and probably talk about the Disney and Universal ticket things that are happening. And then at 6 p.m. on the Drunk 3PO channel, we will be reviewing Highlander. That was the first time I've actually sat through that whole film and watched that. So we'll have the gang from Critic List and everything on there from 6 to 8 over on my main channel. So it should be a lot of fun. As if you reviewed it on Critic List, let me know in the chat. We'll show you review there as well. We try to show them all. So
there you go.
That's it.
And I think we're all done. That's it.
We're a little overboard. We gotta stop that.
Oh, we're okay. Better use the free membership chat. Hey, Jay and Ryan, have a great day. Great show. Been lurking.
Oh, thank you.
Thank you, and Jeanette.
People are happy I'm not just laughing at every single thing now. It's a little different.
Ryan Bannon, I had shingles and chickenpox twice. Fun times.
Ooh, sorry to hear
we
that.
got chickenpox twice. What the fuck's wrong with you? You got a bad immune system, Ryan.
I had it once when I was like, what, 5? I don't remember. That's the last I remember.
There you go. John Gets Gaming. Way too many shinglers in this chat. Gonna catch it. I don't think it works that way. But yeah, you got to be safe though. Never know. All right, guys, that's it for us. Hope you guys don't get shingles. It seems like there's a lot of you out there.
Let's not get shingles.
So it's a form of herpes. So, let's stop the spread, guys. Let's stop the spread. All right. Have a good one. We'll talk to everybody later. Bye.
Take care.